Okay, good evening, guys. We're gonna start the shiur. Today we have a very big opportunity. We're in Baomer. Today is the yard side of Rabbi, and today we're gonna most of them talk about him because it's very good zechut merit to make a shiur specifically on his day. Now, who is the Rabbi? We know we're right now in the time of Omer. We're time of Omer, and we know that you most do know the story that Rabbi Akiva had the 24,000 students. I'm gonna make everything short, whatever. I don't want to talk about this right now. It'll make a long story. And all these students, they pass away. 24,000 of Rabbi Akiva students. Now, they didn't pass away in the same day, but period of time, in that situation, and that the Omer time, they pass away. Now, when the Rabbi Akiva with the 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva pass away, Rabbi Akiva left alone. You know, some sages said, like was situation that even Hashem somehow was like upset from Rabbi Akiva, that you're like a rabbi, had so many students, yeah. What's happened? Why they couldn't follow Torah and it's supposed to be way, and should not be happen this situation. Rabbi Akiva, he didn't give up, and he go find more students, and he studying with the students another time, but the new students. And he had those students, 5 students, and he continued with them. And those students, I don't remember if I could tell all of them, but one of them, Rabbi. Imagine yourself, it's got a giant there. Another one, Rabbi Balanes. Imagine yourself.
So that's like a second.
Yeah, but they are, all the Mishnayot, we have Rabbi Balanes. Imagine yourself. Wow. It's unbelievable. Rabbi Rabbi Balanes, Rabbi Eli, I think, Rabbi Eli, I think Rabbi Eliezer ben Shamoa, if I'm making a mistake, and Rabbi Nehemiah. Those 5 students, he started to make the studying and teaching them. And they was an enormous giant people. Now, each one of them had his own unique power in Torah. And they had each one of them the unique story of their life. Today is Rabbi Shobor Day, which is days, even we're saying with this he passed away this day, not all the sages agree with that he passed away this day. Some of them, they said, this day was writing down the book of Adra Rabba and Adra Zuta. I think, Adra Rabba, Adra Zuta, one of them, he was writing down in this day. And another miracle of this day happened, I think Arav Mipano, I heard that, Shalom told this. This day, also Rabbi Akiva was being saved from death. Wow, because angels want to punish him that since you lost your 24,000 students, so it's like you also have to pass away. But still, we nobody know for sure the opinions. But most of the opinions, they're saying this day passed away, the day of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Nevertheless, we know that today is very strong day, very important day. That we know today, to us, but already in Israel, from yesterday night, everybody start the Hilulah of the Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Everybody over there right now dancing and happiness and studying and learning, doing things you cannot imagine yourself. Now, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he basically brought in this world the Zohar Kadosh. The book of Zohar Kadosh was brought by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And how it's happened, I think you heard also that story. If you remember that he was sitting with the two students, three students, not three students, his friends I think. And they were sitting talking, learning Torah, and they started suddenly talk about the Romans, if they're good people or the bad people. Rabbi Yehuda, I remember Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yossi, and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Rabbi Yehuda, he spoke about the good things about the Romans. They gave him first speech to talk. And he said, well, Romans, on one side, they're not such a bad people. He said they made stores for people, they made bridges, they made a lot of things. And Rabbi Yossi, he's scared to talk. Why he's scared? Because, anything you talk, it's sometimes the bird is going to take that word and it's going to go. He didn't say anything. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai didn't scare. He didn't scare. He said, I disagree with you. He said he made the stores for their benefit. They made bridges, they benefit. They put every corner, I don't want to say those words, to be with the women and do not things supposed to be do. Anything they do, and they did for take taxes for us. Nothing good about what they said, whatever they did. Next to them was sitting also another rabbi, I forget his name, I think Rabbi Yehuda also was. He was, I think, a convert. After that speech, he probably speak with his wife. Well, I was the lesson of the rabbi, they were sitting together, They was talking this and that. And he said to his wife to said his friends, her friends said, very short time, that lesson, that speech, go to the ears to the Caesars and the Romans. They heard that, they said, let's get them and let's punish them. And they made a decision. What decision? Rabbi Yehuda speak about good on us, we will raise him up. He's going to be head for all the rabbis in Israel. Rabbi Yossi, he didn't speak anything. We're going to give him small punishment. What? He will leave his country and go different country. He will move his pace. Exactly. Rabbi Shimon, that he speak against us, we're going to kill him. That's the decree they made, and they start to run after Rabbi Shimon to kill him. But Rabbi Shimon heard that. He took his son, Rabbi Elazar, and he said, we're not going to say to your mother anything, because when they're going to come and they're going to torture her and hit her, then she's not going to have power to hold. And she said, we're not say anything, let's go and hide ourselves. And they go and they hide themselves, I think, in mountain Pki'in, if I'm not making a mistake, in a place called Pki'in. Nobody knows this place. They go and they hide themselves. And happen a miracle. Open up a river, small river for the water, and a date was growing there. That they was living with that. Nothing else. That water and that date is to eat that food for many years. They was to be careful with the clothing. What they're gonna do with the clothing, they're gonna be for many years. What is to do? They start digging the earth, taking their clothes, going inside the earth until they neck. Yeah?
In the cave.
Huh?
In the cave.
Yeah, and sitting and learning Torah. And they was sitting learning Torah like that for 13 years.
12.
For 13 years. Entire Kabbalah and entire Zohar, they brought both of them, Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Elazar. Also, Eliyahu Navi used to come time to time and give them some shiurim, some souths, checking them, going them, until after 13 years, they heard that the Caesar of that time of the king, he passed away, and the decree get
Annulled. Annulled.
yeah, and they could come out. They were so powerful after 13 years. It was unbelievable. They come out from the cave, they saw people working, planting some seeds, and they said, what is it? People living the life of world to come, which called Olam Haba, and they're wasting their time for the physical things, and they start to burn people with their eyes. By looking like that, they start to burn people. And the voice come out from heaven, tell them, why do you come out from the cave? To destroy my world? Come back to the cave. Go back to the cave. And there was another year there, until they speak each other and work themselves, but they say to themselves that if we in that such a level, but not everybody in that level. I'm telling you every short because a lot to talk about that. Now, Rabbi Yochai, he brought the Zohar, and it was hidden studying. It was not for everyone. They was not used to teach to everyone, and they not used to speak about it with everyone. Only specific people which they reach in the highest level of understanding in Torah, they used to study and talk about that. And they used to say the stories. Anyone they used to see that he's in that level to learn, when they used to come to their house to study, they used to close the windows, everything. Let's say go Sunday. They sit Sunday, start to learn. They was sitting and learning, they forgetting eat and drink. When the Rabbi Shimon said, okay, today we have to rest, opening the window, they came Sunday. Today is Wednesday. 4 days in a row. Doesn't feel, no tired, no sleeping, no drinking, no eating. We cannot imagine about who we are talking about.
How many years ago?
Huh?
How many years?
The story, you mean? Like 2,000 ago, 2,000 years ago, 2,000 plus something. That is Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Now, so let's speak about our generation a little bit. We know through the generation to generations, this book was get lost and they found again. It was many situations until today we see already it's getting a lot and a lot of people learning. How we deserve in our generation to study this book, and still I will say it's not for everyone. But still, they saying they permitted somehow to learn, not to everyone. Those people who deserve, you could see it. He's really ready for it. He really studied also many halachot, many laws. They said, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said in his book, the redemptness, the Geulah, it's not gonna be until all the Jews gonna start and learn my book. That's what he said. By the way, he also write it down in his book that the world, the earth is round. Can you imagine yourself? 2,000 years ago, he said the earth is round through the Kabbalah and the Zohar and was writing down. Nobody knew that before. You imagine yourself? So, so how come we could learn today? What's the merit that today we learn? So he said, Rabbi Bar Yochai, that only through my book it will be redemption to the Jews. Without my book, it will not be. And why is like that? And I will tell you. You see, our Torah basically going with the four way of studying. I will say in Hebrew, it's gonna hard to say in English, maybe somebody gonna help me. One way of learning, it's a pshat, simple way of learning. One way is learning drash, by explaining. One study is remaz, by giving a hints. And a fourth one is a sod, which is Kabbalah himself, the secret himself. That's the way of our Torah go. Now, what's interesting and what's its real thing, that whatever wrote down Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai through his student Rabbi Abba in the Zohar Kadosh, everything connected with the all our Torah we have. Whatever he did, basically, he showed to us how our mitzvot, which those 613 mitzvot, connected with the entire cosmos, with the entire universe, with everything. Which means, if you took in Chag Sukkot etrog in lulav, what is it? Etrog lulav. No, he's gonna explain to you what does that etrog lulav. If you take a tefillin, one box over here, one box over here, it does a lot. You don't know what is this. Entire cosmic connection, which in the world, it's in those 613 mitzvot. When the lady is supposed to cover her hair, cosmically, he explained why. Oh, people saying, well, how come I have to cover? We are modern right now. I mean, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense because the way you see. But if you're going to learn the way Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, why is supposed to cover? You're going to get shocked. You're going to get shocked. Why the man or the woman also have to go to mikveh? Cosmic explanation. Everything with the universe. It's like a pure, real science. I mean, lehavdil. I mean, it's more than science even, but the pure way. Now, what's going on is that through the generation also it was, by time also, sometimes will come out and they get hidden. Sometimes come out again, then get hidden again. And the reason it was because, unfortunately, sometimes it was falling also in the hands of not right people. Not in right people. They took this book. They look like a giant people, but in the end, they brought a lot of chaos in the Jewish history. You understand? Which we do know. I don't want to mention their name. They used to call them lie Messiah. A lie Messiah. When they saw that, they said, we cannot start to give to everyone because people using their own benefit, they know the cosmic code on that power of the book, and they're using their own benefit and they're creating a chaos to the world. That's the most fear. So our generation, it's look like, even today we see some people I know, even myself, they learn, they want to already use, they want to try to do this, and it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. This could create problem, not only to the world, even to yourself privately. You could lose your neshama, God forbid. You could lose your soul, God forbid. What's the beauty in this Zohar on our generation? Not to learn how to use cosmic code for your benefit. Forget about that. That's for specific people. Entire beauty of learning Zohar is when I gonna do mitzvot, when I gonna keep Shabbat, I know what I'm doing. I know how it's connected with the cosmos, and I'm enjoying that. I know what I'm doing. It's not somebody doing, I keep Shabbat. Yeah, when Shabbat already come out. He gonna say that, you know why? Because he don't know what he keep, because his father said, his grandfather said, his mother said. But when you know what's happening when you keep Shabbat, what's happening when you pray, what's happening when you do mitzvot, you feel different. You think different. You know different. You understand? So that's the beauty of our generation. They say most of them not to teach people cosmic code of that power, just teach the secret of the mitzvot when you're going to do the mitzvot. For example, praying. You know what's praying? You know what's praying? Yes, true. Everybody could pray. I mean, what's the problem with the pray? You get up, You go in the corner at your house, whatever it is, nobody's seeing you, you yourself. You speak with God. It's called also praying. It's also considered praying. You know that? It's considered praying. God, I want this, I want that. Please, God, help me. I want this. I have this problem. Could you help me? You cry, you talk. No problem. It's called praying. It's 100% praying. But it's another praying. With that praying, they call Anshe Knesset Agdola, which there was also giants. There was biggest scholars in our generation. And they made the prayers through the cosmic event. When you say Hashem Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Agiti Latecha, it's if you're gonna learn the way the Rabbi Mordechai wrote down what is meaning, and also Rabbeinu Ari Kadosh came and explained, and after him give more explanation. Rabbeinu Rashash Kadosh, it's already forget about. For one sentence, Hashem Sefatai Tiftach. What's Hashem? Hashem is Hashem, God. But again, when you say God, we have many names of God. We have God, which name Aleph Daled Nun Yud. Then you have a name of God, Yud Ke Vav Ke. Then you have a name of God, Tzvakot. We have many of them because God it's no end. It's no end. So those names, which Hashem express Himself in those cosmic code, which or the praying we pray. When you say Hashem is Hashem, Hashem is a judgment. There is a specific name called Hashem, called power of judgment. And this is Aleph Daled Nun Yud. When you say Hashem, you have to think about to make sweet 320 judgments in the world. Imagine yourself. Basically, I'm just saying about Hashem, and then Sefatai. Sefatai is the lips. Basically, when you say Hashem Sefatai, you have a close for 3 pages. For that line to make connection when you're saying that word. So what's happening basically? What's happening it's a big difference. It's a very big difference. Whoever prays in 4 minutes, like we are praying, and it's a very big difference who are praying for half an hour. Huh?
7 minutes at least.
Yeah, okay. I just said 7 minutes. 7 minutes now. 4 minutes. No waiting for 7 minutes. 7 minutes? We have to say bravo in that show. We're the best one. Yes, I'm saying about praying right now. You understand? So nobody giving, but there is shuls we do know which they are praying for the long time, and they know what they do. They are really holding the world. Now, very important. Also, the Rabbi Mordechai said, even you doesn't understand whatever I wrote it down, still continuously read. Why? Because if you doesn't understand, your neshama does understand, for sure, and it will make you safe for all the problems in the world. I mean, when I say safe, again, we have to understand. It's very also bad the way I understand by saying, okay, I did this and I did that. Now I want to see how you say that. I want to see a result. That's not good too, because if you remember in my lectures, I don't know if Shalom talks about you about that. All of us reincarnated. Remember that, yeah? I just said that. We all was reincarnated. Nobody over here knew soul. Nobody. Anyone, anyway. Even the different nations. Even the different, whatever they are. Nobody knew. Everybody is all soul. Because, and the Ari Kadosh, he explained that. In the book of Reincarnation, after the second temple, Hashem decided to stop and not to send any more new souls. The reason he stopped, because the people start to do so many sins, start to do so many negativities, start to do so many evil things that you cannot fix that in one reincarnation. You cannot. It's impossible. You did so much. They were supposed to come back and again and again and again and again and again until they're gonna finish this, they whatever they're supposed to finish. That they should not come back again. But it's gonna take time. Now, because of that, since that we are this generation, that we are supposedly, Be'ezrat Hashem, to bring the Mashiach, to see the Mashiach, because we see there's a lot of things have gone on in the world, and we see that really the book on, and beside that, the country, the Israel we have, and so many Jews coming back again, which was so many years was not in history like that, like we have today. It's already giving you a sign and a hint that we are really close for that. How much close? How many years? If you want to listen to me, nobody knows, and nobody knew that. Because of that, anyone gonna come to you, oh, right now new president. Some people already make collections, they make already connections, make gematria. Because of him, Mashiach gonna come. They already make. Don't listen to nobody anything, because nobody knows and nobody gonna know too. The people, there's some know, but nobody gonna talk about that and nobody gonna speak about that. Whoever knows, he never gonna talk about that. Whoever doesn't know, he will talk. That's the way it's go. So he will appear. The whole thing is, if we're ready for it. And I know one thing, guys, and I want to tell you also, one of the reasons also that Rabbi Baruch said, because of my book, the Mashiach gonna come, is for one reason. Listen over here very carefully. It's very important to know that. In English they're saying a negative system, negative energies. We're calling this Samech Mem, that angel. We don't want to say the full name. We say Samech Mem and his army, whatever, So it's not only negative. I don't know how that English word for it, but it's totally negative energy which want to bring a destruction to the world. Okay, now basically the Jews, their job, by learning Torah, by keeping Torah, by bringing real converts, by going in the right direction, basically our job is supposed to destroy their power. That energy, we're supposed to destroy him. And that energy going to be destroyed is not by a fist or by fight. It's only by the Torah. Only by the Torah. Nothing else. And how we know that? You want to know how we know that? You want to know how we know that? Moses go to receive the Torah, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. He go receive the Torah. After he received the Torah, that angel was called Samech Mem, the evil one. He came to Moshe saying, where is the Torah? Where is the Torah? Where is the Torah? He's saying, it's not in my hands. So he's saying to him, then he going to God. Where is the Torah? He said, go to Moshe. What is it? Go to him. First of all, I'll ask a question. You have to ask a question. When we received the Torah, where he was? I mean, everybody saw that, even the older nation, they say that Hashem spoke and he gave the Torah, even the bird, how you say that?
Was silent.
Huh? Yes, silent. No, nothing. Everybody was silent. So where he was, when you're asking, where is the Torah? Where he was? You know what's happened to him? Huh? He was already half dead. He was half dead. They said Hashem purposely didn't kill him totally. Because if he was to kill him totally, that's it. And the problem is they didn't kill him. The problem is, we said, why? God, kill him, finish him off. Who needs his headache? Finish him off. No. Because there is many souls in his hands, and we have to take it off from his hands. You understand? We have to take care of that. If he dead, so I don't want to go into right now explanation, it's too deep. We're not gonna complete the fixing situation. We're supposed to fix it. He was supposed to stay alive. But the thing is, one of the source of his power, it already was cut off. It was not already the same power like before. Because of that, until the Torah we received, the people was crazy. They used to do things. It's incredible, bad stuff like no tomorrow, So said Rabbi Dabtai, also Rabbi Mordechai, you're learning Torah, you're studying, you're keeping mitzvot, it's a dead to the Samech Mem. It's a poison to him. He's dying when you learn Torah. You're taking off all his energy. You take all the good souls from him. Do you know, in Tfilah Shmonayis, in the shul when we're praying with tefillin and other stuff, do you know how many souls coming out from him? Do you know how many souls coming out from him? Didn't you knew that? Guys, do you hear what I'm telling to you? Every day, when we pray, enormous souls will be taken off from him. And what do? You fight against. To make them fall to the sin, to do bad things, to do bad stuff, to catch them again to his hands. It's like a fight going. It's not going to take a whole long time. And in the end, we're going to take away everything. So that's the power, that's the reason of the Torah. So what's happening? Said Rabbi Mordechai, if you want to kill him, if you want to really kill him, you cannot kill him in 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You cannot kill him in 4 minutes. You're going to kill him if you're going to add more minutes in your praying. Because it's a big difference when you connect to the cosmic coded prayers for the praying, then somebody is saying that mumble, blah, 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 and finish what I said. They're already saying even. You understand? It's a big difference. It's a very big difference. So that's the reason Rishon meant by saying, when you're gonna learn my Torah, even if he doesn't understand, I understand he doesn't understand, but still read. You're going to fix your neshama, your nefesh, your ruach, everything perfectly. I'm gonna help you for everything. Because only this study gonna bring the Messiah, and only this studying, we're gonna knock out entire negativity in the world. Now, if we look seriously, somehow, some people, you could talk to them about the Torah stuffs, they're not so into. They're not so into. It's for one reason, lack of understanding. Some people thinking our Torah is only praying, going to shul and say Ashkavai, that's it. It's not true either. Because they used to, okay, his father passed away, so we go to shul, we do some stuff, say Kaddish, you say that, you say Ashkavai, that's it. Oh, I did my job for 1 year, now I'm free. It was for us free. Now, if we not gonna take this seriously, so the Messiah coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu is gonna be two way, or in a good way, or in a bad way. But they're gonna come in the end. The whole thing is where we are. So that's the explanation of Rabbi Mordechai. His mind was one thing. Don't take this what I'm saying to you literally, because you might say, oh, Rabbi, it's too much, come on, oh, it's already over exaggerated. That's the reason I'm saying you don't take this literally, but try to understand that how he meant by saying that. He was so big giant, he was so big smart, so it's no word for him, but talk, you know, one of the things is he was so great. His Rabbi, was Rabbi Akiva, and when he was in school study in the class, his Rabbi teaching, they was picking up who make the head of the I don't remember, president or whatever. I think president in that city. They pick up somebody else, and really they wanted him. So Rabbi Akiva said, Rabbi Shimon, listen to me. It's enough. Imagine what I'm talking about. I just explained who he is. It's enough that me and God know who you are. You don't need more than anything else. Mind yourself. It's enough that I and God know who you are. Such a powerful person. So, basically, he said, you learn, you start. No, what I want to say, don't take this literally, but try to understand. He meant to say like this. What is Mashiach? Mashiach, when you don't miss nothing in your life, which means It's not going to be same understanding the way you understand now. I need this, I need that, I need this. Forget about it. You're going to be person, I don't need nothing. I need me, Torah and Hashem. That's all you will tell I will need. So his mind was one thing. How much possible? Knock out entire physical world. Live only whatever you need. Don't waste your time for physical world, because you're wasting for nothing. You will reincarnate it who knows how many times until you are supposed to finish it. Don't do that. Be a real person. Think about spiritual, have a physical, whatever you need it, and live with it. And I'm going to give you a story, one story about him. What's happened once upon a time that his student complained by saying, I doesn't have enough money to support my family and I want to leave the country. מעשה בתלמיד אחד מתלמידי רבי שמעון בר יוחאי. One of the stories with the student. שיצא מארץ ישראל לחוץ לארץ. He left Israel and he left different country. Where did he go? Well, we could call him Bombay maybe. It said Hodu. I don't know, that kind of place.
India.
India, yeah. Liskhora v'he'ashir. He go, very short time, and he became very wealthy person. כיוון שחזר משם, נכנס אצל רבי שמעון בר יוחאי, והיו תלמידים רואים ורבע של רבע והיו מצרים על עצמם. He came back, with the new suit, everything beautiful, like a wealthy person. He came to class to learn now. And all the students were sitting surrounding, start to talk. Look, we have a because how you say that? Barely bread to eat, and he's can't look with the student. Only his student himself cost our entire house. Look over here. ביקשו אף הם לצאת חוץ לארץ. They said, Rabbi, it's not fair. It's not fair. I want to also go. Why only him? ידע רבי שמעון בדבר. He understood what's going on. מה עשה? What he did? נתן לתלמידיו והוצאם לבקעה שלפני מירון. He said, today we're going to have a shiur in the forest. We're going to have a shiur in the forest, outside, where a river without the water. A deep, how do you call that? Huh?
Valley.
Yeah, very deep place, like a valley, whatever, no water, deep place. He התפלל, look over here guys, look at what he did, look at the power of the man. התפלל לפני הקדוש ברוך הוא, ואמר לבקעה. He prayed to God and he started to talk to this, how you call that, בקעה, the river, how you call that? Valley? He started to speak with the valley. And he said like this, בקעה, בקעה, התמלאי דינרי זהב. Valley, get full of diamond and gold. Yourself, huh? You mind yourself? התחילה הבקעה מושכת לבניהם דינרי זהב עד שהתמלאה כולה. From the down earth, start to come out all the diamonds and the gold, full out. Entire valley with the diamond and gold. מיד אמר רבי שמעון תלמידיו. Rabbi Shimon said to the students, you want a gold? You want a diamond? B'chala, here is take. Take. תלו לכם, כל אחד ואחד, כל מה שאתם מבקשים. Take how many you want. Take it how much you want. אלהבו יודעים, but remember, שכל מי שנוטל עכשיו, whoever takes now, משלו הוא נוטל. You basically take from your עולם הבא, for the world to come. שכרו בעולם הבא הוא נוטל. You're taking your own paradise, whatever you're preparing yourself right now. Take it. You want to take it? Take it. כי כיוון שאמרו כך, משכו ידיהם והתחילו אומרים, שימחתני אדוני פועליך. They pushed back. When they saw that miracle, they said, forget about it. We're not take it. זו הייתה שיטה של בשמעון, וכך לימד תלמידיו ואת העם. אכן נקרא היטב השפעת שיטתו של בשמעון בקרב העם. הרבה. Now I'm going to give you a very important thing also. So, many people, many students, Rabbi Shimon Yochai, they follow his Rabbi. They was sitting and learning and studying and doing everything, whatever the Rabbi said to them. And all they became giants. All the biggest Rabbi in those generations. Until today we have the Torah, we study in the Gemara code. Now what's happening is, there's basically, what I told you, don't take readily. It's also, this story was written in the Gemara, I think Masechet Brachot, and there is a argument between Rabbi Shimon and another rabbi called Rabbi Ishmael. And between them argument was that Rabbi Shimon said like this. It's really, how you say that? It's too much. An extreme. It's too extreme. I'm not suggesting to nobody, and I don't believe anyone will do that even. But Rabbi Ishmael is good for us, but we have to be careful. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, if you're a real Jew, don't do nothing. Just still learn. What about money? It's gonna come to you. It will come to you. How? I'm not working. You believe him? You believe Hashem? You believe? It's gonna come to you. Rabbi Ishmael said, no, it doesn't go that way. He said like this, he said, Tov Talmud Torah im derech eretz, which means it's good to learn, with the derech eretz also compromise, give a time for learning and studying. Work, and also studying. And he said, Yigiat shnehem meshakachat avon, which means, with the boat, you will be careful not to make sin. And it's really, they said that the many people try to do Rabbi Shimon Yochai, they couldn't succeed because you have to be his level to have such kind of power and faith, and 13 years in a cave, just water and a date. Come on, you know what is this? And no clothes, no shower, inside the earth until the neck, and learning Torah for 13 years. They said when he came out from the cave, and his father-in-law called Rabbi Pinchas ben Yair, it also was not less than him, the story also. And he took him to the shower after 13 years, and he started to some spilled water and his back, and Rabbi Shimon Yochai started to scream and yell and cry. You know what's happened to the body? Come on, it became like, it's forget about. And he started to cry, and his father-in-law also started to cry. He said, why are you crying? He said, I'm seeing my son-in-law in this kind of pain, how I should not cry. He said, no, don't cry. If I will not be in that case, in that situation, I will not be who I am right now. You understand what he said? I cry, I have a pain, but I'm not regret. Imagine yourself. So, again, it's his level. But Rabbi Ishmael said, no, go work, do whatever you're supposed to be doing it, and then come home and learn. But again, we're not allowed to forget Rabbi Ishmael. We have to understand exactly what he meant. We have to understand exactly what he said, to do what he said, but not to take his whatever he said and start to bring ideas and start to make more stuff, whatever he didn't say. You know what he said? Again, in this level, even today we are not successful.
We're not ready.
We're not ready and successful on that, because you go work, you make your money for let's say I'm giving you a benefit, or I'm giving you taking your side. Let's say for 2 days you work, so you have money for 2 days to food, for eat, for rest. That's it. And other times sit and learn. When it's finishing, then go work again. And we different. We already worry for the entire 1 month. How are we going to finish the month? How are we going to finish the rent? How is everything? Again, even his level is not so easy. But I'm saying something else. Even to our generation, many sages give us leniencies for our benefit. And still, how bad we are. Which means, for example, sure, Baruch Hashem, today I'm seeing not bad people came. But not, why have to call? It's, you have to know, today sure, it's like a life thing. But we doesn't see it that way. That's what Rabbi Shmuel meant. You did your money, that's it, say thank you to Hashem. Go and start learning, because every minute, every second count. Every second count. And what we do? If we learn once a week, we're making a favor. See about yourself? So, again, if we have another 5 minutes, because 1 hour we have to already finish it, and so we have to know one thing, that Rabbi Shimon brought entire secret, and I'm promising to you, nobody gonna know more. Any scientific gonna think he finds something or whatever, he says something, it will be two things. Or he wrong, just blah blah blah, because he's scientific, he could say whatever he want. Or he wrong, or he just connected to this already what he said 2,000 years ago. Nothing else. Even not exactly like him. That's all could be. And this even more than scientists, because to reach them for that, I don't know. Because they think they do have a cosmic code to move the universe. When we do have it, it's just we're not permitted to do that because we're not ready for it. We're not clean enough. We're not spiritual enough. We're not how you say that? Not pious enough. But if we're gonna do at least, I will say like this, don't go you force deep on that. Just do what Shulchan Aruch said. Of the law, whatever our sages said, our generation. If we're gonna complete this, you're already in a good position. You're in a good position. Because of that, guys, today, there is no place in the world that doesn't celebrate Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Any place you want to talk about, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Do you imagine yourself? And he brought entire redeemness for the Jews. The whole thing is, we have to know how to follow Torah step by step. And another thing, and I'll finish with this, whoever gonna have a merit, even at least to learn, to read, without understanding, just to read, let's say 1 page a day, 2 pages a day, don't need to more make it, because you have other things to study, to know the laws. He already gonna be in right direction of his life.
Hebrew?
Very important, and I will also say that, very important. Basically, guys, you should know that. It's so important to say that. It's so important. I know it looks like a small thing. It's a merit. If you're gonna know Aleph Bet, you have to kiss I don't know who. You have to kiss God. I don't know. You have to appreciate, to jump from the happiness. If you know Aleph Bet, people today laughing. We have already schools. They teaching Hebrew. And that. And how many people really going on that? Maybe they interest in this, interest in that. Maybe they just for the business. To know Aleph Bet. To know Aleph Bet, you are the highest. You save yourself maybe half of the hell that you're supposed to pass. Do you imagine yourself? I'm not joking. I didn't say if you're gonna pray in English, it's not praying. Don't understand wrong. I didn't say that, but it's secondary. It cannot be in the first thing. It cannot be like in the first class. It's always gonna be second. Now, why I say this? Why I'm such a stringent on that? Because I'm from Russia, and my father from Russia, and he used to scare to say one word in Hebrew, because the Russian gonna hear him, they put him in jail for 20 years. For 20 years! Because you mentioned something holy word of Hebrew. Today, you have the biggest freedom. I mean, come on. We're losing our brain. What's going on? My father paid money to me to learn the alphabet in Russia. Pay money to the teacher to please teach him. It was the day I learned at the house they make a party. I learned alphabet. Imagine yourself. And we're sitting here and thinking, I should learn. I don't have time, I'm busy. What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? You have to know that. You know, and Aleph Bet, what's interesting, why so important? Because the code name of the Torah is in Aleph Bet himself. And those dots, like 3 dots, 2 dots, those cosmic coded things. I mean, it's when the and I have to say another thing. I'm running. There is a law we have a law. Must be in any city, must be in every city a kindergarten for the children, for the babies. Why? Because they all are gonna sit Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. You know what it said in the Torah? Remember, in his book said, those voices from those babies coming out Aleph Bet, Hashem takes those voices and keeping like in a safe. When there is too much negativity, supposed to be talking and knock him out of that. Because those mouth, it's no sin. They are pure mouth, and they saying Aleph Bet, not ABC. They say Aleph Bet. Why Aleph Bet? Like, we're not the Aleph Bet. Do you imagine? Only one nation which the letters have a name. It's not, we're not reading Aleph, we can't read like that. Aleph is just because when you put a dot, then it's going to be A, U, E, whatever it is. But no, he has a name. His name Aleph. The B, his name Beit. The G, the G, his name Gimel. Has a meaning. When the babies say that, it's unbelievable. I could talk and talk, but time running. I wish that Be'ezrat Hashem, that the zuchut, the merit of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai should be in all of us. Amen. To save us from all the negativities. Amen. To save us from all bad people. Amen. To save us from all the troubles in the world. Amen. To save us from all the diseases in the world. Amen. And to save us from all the worriness from the world. Amen. And should be all of us happy. Baracha v'aslacha kol ha'yeshua hensa v'namar amen. Amen. Tak, as I think. Rabbi,